believe it is October the 25th already. And then in less than 1 month or 1 month, it will be Thanksgiving. Like the holidays are already here because they almost start with Halloween for some people. Can you?
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing, Rana. You know, talking to people that are like, where'd it go? Like the whole 2023 is just like here and gone. And
Yes.
but it's also for a lot of people, it's one of two things coming into this holiday season, right? It's either, my God, it's my favorite time of the year. I love this time of year. I can't wait for it. Or there's people going, I'm so dreading the holiday season because it's going to be really hard. It could be my first time alone. It could be, it could be divorce. It could be a passing of someone. There's so many other situations. I can't travel for whatever reasons. I'm not going to. So you have both sides of the coin where you have people who are really excited and people that are really kind of stressed. And so I think what we're really going to be talking about is that group that is feeling kind of stressed and how we can help them manage themselves through the holidays.
Yes. And what we're going to do is do a series of about 9 weeks, I guess, or nine topics excuse me, I'm so sorry. 9 topics will help you try to navigate the holidays.
Yes.
And so for the first series, and then this is applicable, as Warren said, whether you're divorced, experiencing the holidays alone for the first time, or you're just trying to cope with the holidays. Because as we already said, it brings on undue pressure. And then it gets multiplied. It's like a snowball effect. So this is for anyone that wants to navigate the holidays, needs to have some better coping skills, some tools to put in your tool belt that you already have. And so this is just to be either a Circe to what you already have or a tool which you need to embrace.
Embraced, yes.
Right. Embrace. So the first one is plan and prioritize. How many times we know Thanksgiving is coming? We know Christmas is coming. And if we live to see them, we know what happens on those holidays. Why do we, and I put myself in this category, why do we wait until that time and then it just puts even more pressure
on ourselves? Yep.
Undo. Plan. Okay, Thanksgiving's coming. Those things that you can stockpile, those dry goods that you can stockpile for that, whatever, mac and cheese or those candy yams or what would be, Thanksgiving is kind of your favorite is Thanksgiving. Right. Okay.
Yeah. But you're right. I mean, one of the most stressful times is dealing with preparation, right? It's like, oh my God, I need all this. You got to put a list together. Do you know how much that's going to cost? Yeah, I know exactly how much it costs. So to your point, the non-perishable stuff that you can get ahead of time and you put aside and you go, this is it. Man, it takes so much. You're not having that financial burden of all of a sudden you have it, but B, you're in the store a lot less. And you know what? That time of year, you don't want to be in the store a whole lot. So that preparation makes things so much easier for you.
So in this plan and prioritize list, it says make a list of what's most important to you during the holidays. Now, we're saying just something as simple as buy the dry goods now, whether it's spending time with friends and family and volunteering or just relaxing at home. Focus on these priorities. Yet, even in the planning stage, that's a priority, I think, more so for the actual day. But the planning stage is if you're hosting dinner, then we're just going to write some notes out because this is like a learning kind of tip taking session. So you buy your dry goods ahead of time. There's a lot of sales going on now, or Aldi's or wherever. Just start buying things like now. If you're the host, if you're hosting, then maybe start cleaning your house now. Would you say cleaning up? Now, so it's not at the last minute you're rushing and then you're stressed about, right?
And you know what? For me personally, it's start putting a checklist, like what do you need to
Yeah.
do? Right. So that
Yeah.
project management side of me is coming out and saying, all right, what does that week look
Yeah.
like? What is Monday or, what is Saturday to Wednesday look like? Because Thursday, you don't have time. What do you need to do between Saturday and Wednesday to get ready for whatever it is? If you're traveling, when are you going to travel? What do you need to pack? If you're traveling, what do you need to pack?
Yes.
Can you start packing today, or start putting a pile together of things that you need? If you're hosting, to your point, do you have a tablecloth? Do you have the thing so that you're not rushing around? And when we're talking about meal preparation, in addition to dry goods, like it's, do you even, if you have a recipe that you use, a family recipe, do you know where it is? You haven't used it in a year. Do you know where the
Yes.
recipe is? And
Yes.
if you don't,
Yes.
you don't want to be scurrying that around the house on Wednesday going, oh my God, I got to find my recipe so I can make X, Y, or Z. The more you write down that
Yeah.
checklist,
Yes.
and as you check it off, the stress goes, you catch your breath at every single check, because as the days get closer, you're better and better prepared. And listen, life happens, right? Snowstorm, rainstorm, somebody's going to be, what do you do? What's that plan B? I think a lot of people don't think about plan Bs, but you kind of do need to have a plan B.
Yes, yes. And my plan B, I didn't prepare for it because my computer is just about to die. So I didn't prepare for my plan B. You know what? I didn't plan. I'm sorry. So instead of us just ending, then I'm just gonna ask that you ad lib and I'll be back. How's that?
There you go. Yeah, go right. Yeah. Hey, this is the plan B right here, right? So in addition to what you need to do, it's also kind of a delegation of responsibility. What are the people that are engaged? If it's, your spouse, or if it's your kids, or if it's your brother or sister that are participating, what does that look like? What do you need them to do? The sooner you make them aware of what you need them to do, the sooner they can prepare, and it makes it smoother. So Rhonda, what I was just saying is,
Mhm.
in addition to what you feel you need to do, what do you need other people to do? Because it shouldn't be just on you. So
Right.
if someone's gonna bake something or cook something, do give them enough time so they're not stressing out about it either. So now's the time to reach out and say, hey, can you bring X, Y, and Z out and then, yep, I got it. And then they can plan for it. So
Yeah.
it's not just you. It's your spouse, it's your kids, it's your whoever, whatever family or friends are going to participate, and then let them know in advance. This is what time, it's like a party. It really kind of is. This is what time we expect everyone to be there. And here's where you're going to park. And it sounds so trivial, but the more you do, the more you get to enjoy the holiday. Right. Because I think a lot of times, I know for me, for a lot of years, I was so busy doing everything that
Yeah.
I turned around and the day was over. And I'm like, oh my God.
You see this, don't you? I typed that before you, if I can monitor. Do you see that? I said, engage the help of others. Don't just be a martyr and do it all. As you were saying it, that's so true. And then you dig and then you don't enjoy any parts of
It's 7 o'clock
it.
at night, and you're cleaning up, and you went, wait a minute,
Yeah,
this is my favorite holiday of the year. What
yeah,
happened? Oh, by the
exactly.
way, who won the football game? Because you know what? I didn't get to see that either. So, engage people, make it a fun day for everyone, right? Have the kids help you in the kitchen. It's a learning experience, right? Make it a fun experience for the kids too. They can
Exactly.
do whatever, and then they feel empowered because they're bringing stuff out to the table or whatever. So engage as many people as you can. It really makes a difference.
And I put on here, mamas, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Seriously, engage the kids and let them have their part in this. family celebration.
Right,
It's not a birthday
exactly.
party for just yourself, so engage the kids and let them take part, because in this process too, we're building traditions for our kids.
And they're learning what that tradition is supposed to
Yes,
look like.
yes. And it's not just supposed to be the mother in the kitchen, because that's a tradition that you're teaching them as well.
Yeah, right.
On this holiday, mom's going to get in there and cook everything, and then she's going to be snappy the day of, and she's not going to eat because she's going to be serving everyone. So, mamas, it doesn't have to be perfect. Engage the kids and let them take part so that you're not becoming resentful. And, when I had to go get my computer charger, it was a perfect thing to be flexible.
Yeah.
We talked about the plan B, be flexible.
It's really important.
Yes. Because
And
someone's going to be late.
Yeah, someone's going to be late. Absolutely. Someone's going to be late. And you know what?
Without them.
Sandra's mother, that this is her day. It's her biggest day of the year, is Thanksgiving. She had family that was supposed to come one year, and she said, I'm serving dinner at 6. If you're not here at 6, you're kind of on your own. They showed up at like 9:00. She was cleaned up. Everything's put away. She's going ready to go to bed, knock on the door. She said, everything's in the refrigerator. Make yourself a plate, eat, and then see you later. I mean, but that's kind of it, right? It's however you manage that, but people need to understand the parameters too.
I put that, give a set time for dinner and give a 30-minute grace period, because it's a family occasion. Unless people have a good reason, they know this is a time we go and we spend time together. Right. It's inconsiderate if you're late and everybody's waiting on you. By the time you get there, everybody's panties all up in the wad. They got attitudes. They're not going to enjoy you either. Anyway, they're not going to enjoy their food. So if you're going to be late, one of two things: call and just say, I'm going to be late. Exactly. Be courteous.
Yes.
Don't just say, I'm always late. Yeah, and that's the problem.
No. It doesn't work that way. Yeah.
No. And so as we're trying to navigate the holidays and just share different tools with you, we're asking you if you need some of these tools, or if you're struggling with being a procrastinator or whatever, that you take these and realize that there's some tweaking that all of us need to do, so that we can make the holidays more enjoyable.
That's the whole intent of the holiday, right? Is to enjoy it. And if you have all this burden on you, and you have all this stress, and you have all this guilt, I'm telling you, I did it for so many years that I ended the day going, I don't even know what happened.
I know. And it's a wasted opportunity.
It is. It's a wasted opportunity for yourself and yes. Giving to others. And because you're just like, yeah, I got it. And no, you need to make it a team sport. You really do.
You do. So make this year the year that you say, I'm going to do one thing, even if it's one thing, because it's hard to do all of these things. I'm going to do one thing to navigate this holiday season. I'm going to do one thing to set a tradition for myself or for my children. If you are divorced and this or alone for the holidays for the first time, we are by no means saying that you just make a list and then everything's poof, poof, poof. But yes, you do make a list, because you have to. Yes, you do. However, your list may be different. Instead of you creating a checklist of what needs to be done, maybe creating a checklist of all the things that you're looking forward to, even if it's just one thing, and all the things that you're going to dread about the upcoming holidays. Because I think that's important too. Don't you think so? To acknowledge the dread.
Right.
Yes. Not dwell there, but at least acknowledge that I'm going to the holiday season for this first time as a divorced woman, soon to be divorced, just broken. Yet.
Right. Yeah. No, I was just going to say, those expectations. Yeah. Now's the time to address them. Now is the time to, because we know for the divorced person, the separated person, whatever the situation, it's really uncomfortable at
Yes.
so many different levels. So
Mhm.
now is the time to come up with strategies and work with people
That's right.
that can kind of guide you on, yes, this is what you're going to feel. And these are the tips and techniques to make it a little bit easier. Now is that you don't want to go into that going, I don't know what to do. There are people that can help you do that here who can help you navigate through. We've been there, we've done that. We know what works and what doesn't. But don't think that you have to go in there alone with your armor on, because that's the last thing you want. Is you don't want that shield around you. You want to be able to interact, and you want to be and yet you want to know what to expect going into it. We can help with that as well.
And if you honestly need to be alone for the holidays, like if you honestly need to be just you, then just
Be
be
you.
you. And be okay with telling people, I'm sorry. I
Not
am
this year.
unable, unwilling, or whatever.
Yep.
Not this year. And give them a reason why. Just don't say, I'm not coming. Like, give them the reason why. And as you're giving them the reason why, it's affirming, in a sense, why you're not going, and
Right.
you can be okay with it. You
Yep.
know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. What was that last thing? If you want to be alone,
Be alone. Because to that point, Ronna, there's going to be, everyone is going to say, no, we've got you. You're going to be just fine. Come, we'll take care of you. We'll make sure you're comfortable. Nobody can make you comfortable until you're comfortable. Right. And so they're going to, and then, because then what happens is you get there and everyone's coddling you. And that makes it even worse, because now all the attention that you don't want to be on you,
Yes.
guess what? It's on you, because
That's right.
everyone wants to soothe you and make it better for you.
Okay.
And the reality is they're just making it worse. They have beautiful intentions. Their
Correct.
intentions are so pure,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, it's completely backfiring. It's completely going against what you need. So you need and you had mentioned it earlier, maybe on the previous episode, about boundaries and how important boundaries are. This is where boundaries are so important.
Set boundaries. Woo, that's a whole good start to the first series, isn't it? No telling what's going to come next time. And hopefully when we do the recording, this will all show. You never know. If it fails not to, what I'm going to do is do Control A, and that way I copy it onto something else.
Yep.
And we make sure that the viewers have it.
Perfect.
So some good tips, I think, that we were able to share from our own life experiences, from those that we've helped through the process in our coaching, or maybe our community support, community.
Yeah, our community is really where this comes from. Yeah.
Yes. And we incorporated this program, or this series, last year. We are bringing it back again November, and we have information on that. If you're interested in that, just DM Navigating. Yep. I think that's a good start, and we can just end it here for now. How's that?
Sounds great.
Okay, and the next series is something. I failed to prepare, or I would have known yet. Just join us next week, and we will give you tip number 2 for navigating the holidays. Until then, we hope that you have a peaceful evening, a peaceful week, and that as you're navigating just a week, that you will take time for yourself.
Yep, absolutely. Make yourself that priority.
There you go. Plan to make yourself
your priority.
Yep. All right. Until the next time, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.